Hello kindergarten families, Miss C here. Today's video is about practicing sight words at home with your child. Just a reminder that sight words are words that cannot be sounded out, but your child will see them all the time when they're reading, so it's important for them to have them memorized. My first tip would still be though to make sure your child is paying attention to the beginning sound of sight words, because many of them that will help them be able to figure out the sight word. So for example, if you're practicing the sight words and your child says something that totally doesn't match what the sight word is showing. So for example, if they call have, am, prompt them by saying, well, am says a, but this word starts with a different letter. What does H say? And encourage them to say huh. So that they can that will give them a little prompt to get started to figuring out the sight word have. That could also be used with like the sight word am too. However, it doesn't work with all sight words. For example, the sight word one, starting with O, but hearing a W sound at the beginning. My other tip, though, would be to always encourage your child to sing the sight word songs that we're practicing at school. All of the songs have the child spell the sight word out loud. So if your child gets stuck on a word, simply have them spell it. So have them say H-A-V-E, and hopefully that'll prompt their brain to remember the sight word song. So this one goes H-A-V-E, that spells have. So that is a great way to remind them of the sight words. So I will link to this video in the description, all the sight word song playlists. Another way to make practicing sight words with flashcards more fun is to make a map like this. So what you would do is as you're practicing the sight words, you would have your child put the flashcards in these different columns. So if your child knows the word automatically, so like if they say have right away, it would go in this column. If they have to spell it out loud or sound it out, or they have to sing the song, it would go into the slow column. And if they just don't know it at all, it would go into the I don't know yet. And the goal is to get these two piles smaller and smaller, and this one the largest. So basically it's a competition for your child against themselves. If, however, they don't like, the pressure of being quick and slow, a more simple way of doing it would be having them make a pile of words I know, words I don't know yet. So another way to practice sight words at home would be to simply have your child write them out onto any paper that you have at home. So they could use crayons or markers, things like that, to make it more fun. So they can write it in the same color, or here you can see it's in different colors, which I would call rainbow writing. And again, as they're writing out the sight words, you can have them look off the flashcard to help them and encourage them to sing or spell aloud the word. Another fun way to practice sight words at home is to use dry erase boards. So you can get dry erase boards for pretty cheap, at places like Walmart or the Dollar Tree. Here I just have a piece of paper in a page protector. I also have writing paper laminated at school. So if you aren't able to get a dry erase board, just let me know and I can send those home with you. With your child, so they can practice sight words this way too. So again, you'd have them, write a sight word like is and have them sing the song. I-S that spells is. And then they could, practice it again by erasing it with their finger. I-S that spells is. And then a final fun way to practice sight words at home is by making a salt tray. Most people, I'd say, have, one of these guys lying around at home, and then you just fill it in any kind of tray that you have at home. So I'm using a smaller cake pan. You could use brownie pan, any kind of cookie sheet, and you fill just a little layer on here of salt. And then same idea, you have your child sing the sight word as they write it with their fingers. So here's an example of like. L-I-K-E, L-I-K-E, like. And then to fix it, make it go back, you just shake it again. So it's just a fun way to practice at home because I know flashcards can sometimes get boring. So feel free to contact me at any time if you need some extra help with sight words. Thanks so much for watching this video.